I don't know where we just stand, our starting wages for that.
This is really the first, I haven't had a chance to look at anything.
Right.
Because nobody really brought it up to me.
Well, it's kinda quick notice, so.
Yeah.
He did say something to me, I'm like, well, put it on there so we can talk about it, so.
Yeah, I mean, we do have, police officer at, I wanna say it's pay grade 7, but I'd have to double check on our pay structure, so I don't know if that's the same rate you'd wanna start with for temporary officer. On the minimum step, I don't know. I don't know what, I guess, the market is either.
I think it's something we should look at because, I know peers paid, they do it too, and they've paid their officers $18 to start, and I think they were fine with that. It's just kind of a thing that they come and do a couple shifts a week. Gets a little, a little more than their full-time status where they're at, but we should look at that, but, I mean, if we don't make a decision soon, our summer's gonna
Should
be
be
over.
over.
And these would be temporary basis, a lot of times up to I think we had 3 months, right? Other times. So, they can be up to 3 months or so until then we figure out where we're going and what we wanna do. Steve, you have thoughts on that?
I'm not opposed at all either.
I think we should, getting some more help for Jason and getting some more notice around here, I think it would help.
So why don't we, why don't you look for some guys that are interested, maybe take some names and then pick out a couple that you think? We get back to July meeting and then we'll have to discuss on where we're gonna have them on pay scale and, go from there.
How does that work for benefits or
They
anything?
don't get any benefits.
That's just the salary.
So you wanna wait until the July meeting?
Well, I think that's when we'd have to approve it, so if he could pick somebody, let's say he found 2 guys that were willing to do
Yep, no,
it.
I just meant as opposed to scheduling a special meeting beforehand, if you guys wanted to get coverage in sooner.
Well,
I don't know.
we could do that too if that,
I'm just-
if he finds a couple. Based on, I guess based on you, if you find a couple and you're ready and they're ready, let Lacey know, she can contact me and I can call a special meeting.
Well, you said you had one that was interested?
Yeah, one of our deputies, it was actually my partner, he's, has been there longer than me, but he mentioned today he'd be interested. He has, I think he works 8 days and he has 6 days off in a row, so he's like, in them 6 days, he could come up and do some shifts.
And then, do you know of anybody that's interested, or?
I'm sure I can find a couple more interested individuals, so I can pick from those.
So is that something we have to advertise for and do committees or anything, or because it's interim, we don't have
Because
to?
it's an emergency thing where we need more patrol, we can just hire them off for a temporary thing. At least our last attorney said that, I'm assuming we still can. So,
I'm thinking the sooner we can do it, the better,
okay.
because we're already into the summer.
I was gonna say, why don't we just schedule, another meeting for like the day, our planning and zoning day, just have a special meeting at 6.
We could do that, let's see where he is at, just stay in tune with your liaison and Lacey and see where you're at for, once you.
I would suspect I could probably find a couple of yes answers within a day or two here,
Okay.
How soon?
within a couple of days.
Next Monday? Because it would only be a real quick meeting.
How long do we have to advertise that, or how long do we have to post it?
3 days.
3 days.
Oh, okay, I was thinking it had to be posted like a week or 2 weeks in advance.
I think just let us know and we could tentatively say we could do one on the 18th, on the evening if we need to, or the 25th, whatever. So,
If you can get them lined up, the sooner we could do it, I think the better we're
Yeah.
off.
No, do we have a number, how many we're looking at, or how many hours, or maybe that, we'll discuss that at the meeting, I'm not sure.
That's what I think we need to decide, is the number of hours that you, and that would determine how many you're looking at.
yeah, we determine where they're working and what their schedule is. If they're off on the same weekend he is off, then it may not work, so, but you know that, you know what you're looking for.
Are we looking at like 10 hours a week, or 20 hours a week, 30, 40?
My goal was 2 officers that would be able to work up to 40 hours max between the two, but no more than 24 out of either one of them.
So two shifts or
Yeah, about 2 shifts a week.
2 shifts a week.
Okay, so a total of 40 hours between the two of them,
Between
no
the
more
two
than
of them.
24 for either one of them.
Correct.
I think
That way,
we're
that way we
working
don't
on
have to work or worry about any benefits or anything.
That's 80 hours a week.
And then Lacey, you'll double check to make sure the budgeting is okay on that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Still a lot
I
of
mean,
time.
we've budgeted for the entire year to have 2
Yeah.
full-time officers
Yeah.
in addition to benefits and stuff, so
Okay, so we should,
Yeah.
I assume we'll be just fine.
okay.
Yeah, I don't see any issues.
How's the budget looking on that?
Budget's actually
In our
on,
bucket.
yeah, the police department budget is on page 50. As you can see, so far this year, wages were, almost 6 months in now, and we've spent less than 30% of the budget for police department wages for the year.
I would almost like to see 3 at the 20 hours.
So 3 of them are like up to 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
Through the summer, like through the end of September,
Yep.
or through the end of, somewhere through the summer anyway.
Yeah, summer months are always the busiest.
Yeah.
You could back down in the, once summer's over.
Well, if they're only here for 3 months, it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
If he wants to see if he can find that many.
Yep, I certainly can. I don't have a problem with putting 3 on. The more the merrier. I mean, the budget will allow it, so even if we got 3 working 60 hours a week between the 3 of them, we'll still be in under budget with the wages and salaries, so.
Good.
Do we want to schedule a special meeting, or you want to wait and see?
I think we should wait to make sure he finds them first, otherwise we can put the horse can find the carriage there. Cause if it only takes 3 days, Lacey can get ahold of us and we can figure out what I can figure out. what to do.
That's fair, June Fest, fair.
I'm sure there's one in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's the one, Mondays open. We got this week right here, somewhere in here we could do it. I guess I don't know, I'm okay with whatever everybody can do. I think the sooner we can get them moving, the better, really.
Yep. Agree.
Okay. All right. Anybody have anything else on that issue? Talk about? No. All right, Public Works, Bruce.
Okay, page 45 is my report. Do you have any questions about that?
Water's going down. Water full.
Now Bruce, with Pond 1, did you kind of get that resolved? Hasn't been as bad, I don't
No,
think.
we're pumping as much oxygen as we can into the thing, but
Really?
I talked to Rural Water the other day and he said a lot of places are having that same problem. They
Oh,
don't,
so it's not just us.
surprisingly, it was so late this year. Usually it's right as the weather warms up. but
Okay,
They're thinking just because of the fast change from cold to warm, something
yeah.
upset them that way, but I don't have any real definite answers why it happened. It's just,
Okay,
but hopefully we can get the oxygen level back up here
okay.
pretty soon.
I haven't noticed it, maybe it's just the wind.
Yeah.
I haven't either, last week.
There was a
Yeah.
few days ago, oh yeah, you're on that side, it goes
Yeah.
downhill.
It was pretty bad. It was terrible, actually. I don't know what else to do with it right now.
Yeah,
I think I went out a little bit.
Not much.
Times.
we really can.
Hopefully it'll resolve itself real fast here. Okay, anything else or moving on? Okay. Next thing is, the sign at Converse Park. A few years ago, we started looking at, or, Perkachik and River Rock had offered to give us a 3x4 granite sign with this, on page 46, the thing on the bottom is kind of the image they were put into that granite. And so we've been saving money, we got 4,500 put away for it, and now with this 2,000 grant, we will have enough to easily do it. We could put a little lighting in there and that kind of stuff too, so, we're looking at, from the Parks Committee, to go ahead with this sign and get it done as soon as possible. I kind of put just a Photoshop thing on there to see kind of where we're, similar where we were before, at a little bit of an angle, and let's see, it'd be a pretty good size, 6 foot tall, 8 foot wide, with flower bed in the front, a little perimeter of cement around it so we don't have to weed whip against it. This price was from Berkachik's. There was a couple others that were similar price, but he was using natural stone, and I think that'll hold up a lot better, especially if they throw rocks or something against it. It's not like the imitation stuff where it might have problems with breaking through the color and that kind of stuff. So I guess I'd recommend going with his bid. It seems like he's got a good grasp of what it is, and I've heard nothing good about, or but good things about his work. So, and the building official, he had already talked to him before he gave me a price, and they had all the footings and everything lined up. So it was pretty easy dealing with him. He had his stuff going good. So.
Okay. Somebody wanna make a motion on that?
I will make a motion to approve the sign.
Okay. Carlson made the first motion, O'Regan made the second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
I,
Those opposed? Same sign, motion carries.
Okay, the next thing is the matching funds again, or we had to match at least what they the grant was for. But the committee went with 3 benches, in-ground benches with the post of cement in place for around the patio at Converse Park there, and bolt-down ones over at Farber Park. And so this is the estimate, so far the cheapest estimate I've seen for the ones that were picked out. I guess I forgot to put a picture of them in there, but they're kind of slatted. They got a probably 1.25 inches, 1.5 wide slat. So were they? Trying to think if they were horizontal or vertical now. I think there's some
vertical, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're kind of a smoke color over in Converse Park, and kind of a moccasin type of color we're looking at Farber Park. Now they don't have quite that exact color, but something similar to that. So, and at Farber, we'll probably have to put down a cement pad if we go with the ones the committee decided, because I think we need to bolt them down so they don't grow legs. They're a pretty expensive bench, and we don't want them to just walk away. So we're gonna be looking at spending $45.50 or whatever in excess of the grant. $25.50 in excess of the grant to go ahead with new benches.
Okay. Are you doing the pads yourself then, or who's doing the pads?
We would do them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, looking for a motion to approve the benches as proposed by the committee.
I will make that motion.
Okay, motion made by Carlson, looking for a second.
I'd second that.
Seconded by Hutchinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I think that's all I have for you this month.
Okay. Any concerns, comments or concerns for Bruce? All right, Administration Department, Lacey.
The water usage report is on page 48. The numbers are a little skewed this month. There was hydrant flushing, right, Bruce?
Yep.
And wasn't there something else that was making them a little off, or no?
I think that was probably the most.
So it's up to 20%, but,
take some of that away for hydrant flushing, and then the leak guy was just here.
Yeah,
on
we did
Friday.
some looking around at some of the ones that we suspected, and we know one that's leaking a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to add up to this, but he's gonna come back. It was kinda, ended up being a windy day that way, and it was the day, and he was having trouble hearing, so we're gonna try and do it early in the morning and see if we can maybe peg it down a little tighter, so. See if there's anything else that pops up.
Okay.
After that, the NJPA Innovation Funding Review Day is this Wednesday. NJPA, now known as Sourcewell, I guess, if you guys weren't aware of that. Their new name is Sourcewell, as of last week. They offer grants to communities every year. We had a couple of resolutions of support at the last meeting. At least one or two of the council members have talked to me in the past about looking for grants, trying to find us projects to do with them. Pat is going to be going to the meeting, to the funding review day, and I'm looking to see if you guys want me to go as well, just sort of see what it's all about, what the other communities are doing. If this were a grant we applied for, sort of how the day goes, because you have to give a presentation, I believe, and so I'm trying to decide if you guys want me to go or if we should just let Pat report back. And I don't know how high on the priority list me working on grants is for everybody. Like I said, I've heard from one or two, and I don't know about everybody else, so.
I think we're missing out on grants.
I think we are
I think
too.
we could do a lot more grants.
Absolutely.
So I think,
Lacey would be the one who'd be primarily writing the grants for us, so I think it'd be a good idea if she was there.
okay.
I think so as well.
Okay.
And I
Steve,
don't know
you
how
okay
she is
with
on her schedule, but if she can.
So I will be out of the office on Wednesday.
It's an all-day event.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds good.
but free lunch.
And the event itself doesn't cost us anything.
No. They just look for city representatives to help. I mean, we get to help decide who gets the money. So that'll be interesting too. And see what other projects are out there, what everybody else is doing, you know. Think of ideas of who can help in the future if we have questions, that kind of stuff.
Perfect.
Okay, so I also wanted to let everybody know we have a tentative plan. I guess, you know, it's Saturday, so hopefully it's sort of locked down. At 1 o'clock, we'll be unveiling the logo winner. I plan to send out an email to all of the finalists, letting them know about this, so hopefully the winner actually shows up. I don't know that we want to tell the winner before that. I wasn't anticipating telling them, so everybody sort of finds out at the same time. I believe Al is going to be presenting it as the mayor. Is anybody else going to be able to be there?
I won't. be
Probably
able
not.
I'm going to be there.
I
Okay,
try to be there. I think I can, but
What
I want to
time?
make no guarantees. Just
1
because-
o'clock at the downtown stage is the plan. And then if possible, we might have something in the parade as well, telling people, but that to come to the stage. So if anybody's available for that, let us know.
And that's
Again,
Saturday?
yeah, that's this Saturday.
I personally wouldn't say, I think it should be a surprise myself.
Right, I agree
I
with
think
you.
so too.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I'm doing, but I really want the winner to show up. So I
Yeah.
figure if I send out an email to all of them, like, finalists, you know, we're unveiling it, please show up.
Yeah.
Or even
It'd be
maybe-
great to see
Maybe
you.
for the top 10 ones, or narrow it down maybe a little, I don't know.
We did, the finalists were six.
Six.
Oh, that's right,
The
yeah, we
six
did put down
finalists,
the
so I was
six.
gonna
So I
just
would
tell
tell
all
all
of them,
six.
definitely show up. I mean, I sent a thank you email to everybody that submitted one before, but hopefully this will get them there.
Darcy and I think the wrong one.
Yeah, well, and that's something we'll have to decide, you know, at the council, what we're actually gonna use in the future. It doesn't have to be, we said all along that the winning vote doesn't have to be what we actually use, or we might change it a little bit, but, yeah, so. All right, so that's the update on the logo contest. And then just budget updates. We will have to start having budget workshop meetings here in the next month or two. I know it seems early, but, updates so far, if anybody has any questions. We have the capital projects fund, and then the gambling fund, that's on page 49, the 10% money, so you guys know where we're at in that. And then going forward, every department. So, if there are any questions, everybody seems to be doing pretty good so far on budgets this year. Everybody's on track. I know I put the line item budgets and it's sort of, you know, the overall is really usually what matters for the most part, but.
One thing that I thought would be kind of nice, if it's not
Yep.
too much of a hassle, is like the amount used, could you put a percentage on there? You know,
Yeah,
and it could even be
that
on the
is
totals
easy.
maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause it would be
that's easy
nice-
enough.
It would be nice at like the 6-month mark to look at them and evaluate, okay, which ones are over 50%, which ones are under.
Yep, and yeah, I'm trying to think, there's a
But
couple
even-
things that'll skew that a little bit, but we can talk about that at the
Oh,
time.
Okay.
But yeah, I can,
If
it's
too
not,
much of a hassle, not
It's not.
necessary.
it's easy.
Just sometimes it's a nice quick reference.
Mhm.
Oh, that one's over, you know.
Absolutely. Nope, I will include that on the next one and definitely when we have the budget meetings and.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions for Lacey? Any concerns, comments? All right, thank you, Lacey, we'll move forward. Council forum, any council members have any voice of comments or concerns or brought from them by residents or employees, as well as announce any awards or special recognition of employees, residents or community organizations? I do have a thank you card, I'll just pass it around from the Sprinkle and Sprout,
Oh, that's-
and thanking us. I'll just pass it around. So, the other, if anybody that doesn't have anything, I got one other little thing. Work again. Remember, well, 2 months ago I mentioned about having a little list that everybody put together a list. Now, this is not something that has to be done right away, but I just think it would be kind of cool. We have 3 items that, something that bothers you or something you wish that we'd look into, whether it's changing, building, moving, whatever. It could be stop signs, could be whatever. But I just, you know, I got them 1 to 3, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to bring them together and do a wish list someday. Just kind of work through it. So if you guys want to participate, you can bring that back either the next meeting or the following, if we can get them all done.
Oh, good, we don't have to do it tonight, huh?
No, take them home and bring them back to the July meeting. Just something to work on, I guess. We've been working, but not really coming up with any new plans. So maybe it's something that, I have a few things ready.
Me too. I've been waiting for these. I've been excited
Well,
about it.
the one meeting he wasn't here, the last meeting it was kind of long, but if we don't do it tonight, we're never gonna do it, so like, anybody have anything else? All right. Upcoming dates, the Motley Fair is June 15th through the 17th, which is this weekend. The Motley June Fest is the 16th, that's this weekend, on Saturday also. The next planning and zoning meeting is Tuesday, June 26th at 6:30 here at the Chambers. City Hall will be closed on Independence Day, which is Wednesday, July the 4th. And our next regular meeting will be July 9th, 6:30 here at the Chambers. And looking for a motion to adjourn.
Can I just add one thing?
Yep, go ahead.
I just wanted to add, I will not be able to make the July 9th meeting.
Oh, I should,
If you guys can move forward without me, that's fine. If you want to move it back a week, I will be able to be present.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I just told Lacey beforehand, I said, I can't be here on the 9th, and I was gonna turn it over to Steve, and like, well, if he wants to run it without me, that's fine, otherwise we have to move it too. I'll start moving it.
I think I'll be happy to run it, but being there's 2 gone, maybe we can change it a week.
Later?
Yeah.
I'll do it on, what we say, the 16th, or what was it, July we had talked about?
Depends if you wanna do it early or late.
Can you get, how's it work for your monthly stuff, getting it all done early?
Fine.
Let me see.
I know if it's a week sooner, I would not be able to either, but a week
So-
after I could.
Okay, let's
But
kind of
then
leave
again, there's only one of us.
Yeah, a week after is okay with me too.
16th works for me.
Okay.
Either one
Does
works
that
for
work
me,
for you,
but
Chase?
I'm just trying to remember what Monday is. Yeah, that should be fine. I can work around that.
does that work for Steve?
Okay, so the next regular meet, Steve, is they gonna work for you?
Yes,
Okay.
not a problem.
Well, I appreciate you guys all moving that.
So the next meeting is gonna be
16th.
July 16th, 6:30,
And that's still Monday, correct?
still Monday night, yeah. All right, do you have anything else?
That was it?
Anyone else? All right, so then we're looking for a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion.
Motion made by Carlson, looking for a second.
I would second that.
Okay, second by Hutchinson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.